All right, welcome back to Drinking It In. I'm your host, Chris Cassara, and we are here to help you know more and drink better. And today we're kind of doing a little bit of a deep dive into the Southern Rhone and the appellation of Gigondas. Gigondas is it's definitely one of my favorites in the Southern Rhone. I think it has the second best reputation, next to Chateau Saint Damien, which you've probably heard of. And just like all the regions or the appellations in that region, they're mainly Grenache-based wines. The wines have to be 50% Grenache, and the rest can be made up of Syrah and Mourvedre. So today what we're tasting are two wines from Chateau Saint Damien, and they're from the 2012 vintage. One is the Louisiane, and one is the Souteyrades. That's Louisiane. Souteyrades. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but they're two single vineyards vineyards in the Gigondas region. They do that they release as individual wines. They also do a regular Gigondas, right, a broader wine for the appellation. But I think anything from that I've had from Saint Damien has been really good, really good. So I've had these wines before. It's probably been a couple of years, but they're. I figured it'd be good to do them side by side. Look at the 2012 vintage. Unlike the Barolo the Brunello that we had the other day, where Wine Spectator said, it's too early to be drinking those. 2012, they're okay, to drink, although you can continue to hold them. Sorry, freaking heat came on. So you can continue to hold them, but we're drinking them today. So this is the Louisiane, this is a Souteyrades. So let's see how similar or different that these guys are. Okay, this is earthy, strawberries, nice cherries, and a little bit of a barnyard. Tiny bit. This wine's a little lighter in color. Totally different nose. Very much almost like figs and dried cherries. They're both very pure. Like you can really smell the fruit, which is nice. Yeah, so strawberries, earthy, dirty, dried fruit, cherries, figs. All right. On the palate, La Louisiane. It also has a little bit of an iron note. It's good. It's really good. So that so I'm definitely getting a lot of red fruit. So the strawberries and cherries, primarily. It's creamy. That little bit of iron note that I smelled is coming through on the palate. So there's a little bit of a metallic minerality feel to it, which I'm enjoying. Interesting. Finish is pretty good. It stays with you pretty long. There's a tinge of bitterness, which is interesting. So while this is definitely pretty, it is fruity. It kind of falls flat a little bit in that it tends to, as it evolves, it goes much more towards minerals and a little bit of bitterness. So I think I would have liked it if it was much more, sort of luscious fruit towards the end. But all right, let's see what this La Les Souteyrades brings us. So this one smelled more like dried fruits. Very different, kind of neat. Okay, yeah, I think this guy's clear winner. Lots of fruit. Fruit's big. The fruit is big. Similar creamy note that I get, or the creamy feel to it. But this wine, this has a delicious factor that this wine did not. So I think it's very interesting to compare, basically wines that were grown in the same, from grapes that were grown in the same area next to each other, comparing the wines next to each other. Yeah, it was really good. Both of these are very, they're not very young, but they, you've got plenty of time left in the bottle. If you happen to have these wines at home and you don't want to drink them, no need to rush. I think I might return to these tomorrow. Sort of do like a day 2 type of thing to see if they've softened up a little bit. Maybe some of the fruit comes through, maybe some more earthy notes. But that was fun. I think, as I recommend, or I try to have, if people ask me what wine should they be trying that they probably haven't heard of, Gigondas is always one of those wines, or one of those wine regions that I point people to. Vaccarat is another. They're right next door to each other, right near Chateau Saint Damien in the Southern Rhone. So, the price is usually right on these things, and the wines always deliver. So give Gigondas a try. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. I want your feedback, good, bad, or otherwise. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.